I just watched How to Train Your Dragon for the first time at 34, and today we're going to talk about it. Hello there, welcome back to the Creative Spark. If you're new here, I'm Emily, and in 2025, I'm on a journey to watch 52 movies in 52 weeks, and it's week 27, which is wild because it's July. Also, it is 17 degrees and sunny in Melbourne today, which is not normal, but I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving this. Soaking that sun in. My little summer sunshine golden retriever heart is very happy. But that's not the point. Today we are talking about How to Train Your Dragon. I can't believe I've never seen these films. Like, what are we talking about? How is this? How have I just never had the opportunity to watch these movies? It's actually wild. Anyway, settle in, grab yourself a cup of tea or a beveragino of your choice, and let's get into this. So, a couple weeks ago, I sat down and watched How to Train Your Dragon because the live action has just come out. It wasn't originally on my 52 movie list, but I've just put it on because I was like, actually, I've never seen these. And I think it might be because of where I am in the millennial age. I think when they came out, I was like a little bit too old for them, but I didn't have any kids in my life at the time to go and see it with. So like I was nannying at the time, but I just don't think it was ever really a thing for people I was around. So I never watched them. Mistake, huge mistake. Well, not mistake. I'm watching them now. That's what's the important thing. I mean, who are we kidding? I love a dragon. I love a dragon storyline. I mean, I thought wearing my Born to Read Fourth Wing t-shirt was appropriate for today's video because dragons. Appropriate. I love a dragon. So I sat down and I watched number one, which was on the list, and I was like, if I like them, I'll watch number two. So far, I have watched one and two. I haven't got to three yet, or the live action, but get there eventually. I loved them. I'm not surprised. I honestly thought I would love them. I think I've fallen in love with Hiccup and Toothless and their storyline and what all that it entails. Where to start? Honestly, there's so many good things to talk about. I want to talk about the music. I want to talk about the storyline, the dragons, and all the important parts. I mean, DreamWorks do a top tier level film. So, not surprised on that at all. Honestly, Disney really made an error when they let go of the man who started DreamWorks. I can't remember his name. What's his name? Hold on. There you go. Jeffrey Katzenberg served as chairman of Walt Disney from 1984 to 1994 and later was now the CEO and co-founder of DreamWorks. So apparently he was let go from Disney. I read a whole article about this. And this man is responsible for all of our favorite Disney movies of our millennial childhoods. It's Little Mermaid, it's Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, it's all of them. And you can see that in How to Train Your Dragon. You can see the lessons, and it feels like those films. It feels like those films we grew up with. And I think the difference in what Disney does now is that more often they sort of deal with your internal villains and how to be a good person, all those things, which is great. But I do feel like they lack that really convincing villain that gets the consequences of their actions. So like Scar or Ursula, Gaston, all of those really like the villains of those Disney, like the 80s and 90s Disney films, genuinely they were scary, but you got to see consequences of your actions. And I feel like Disney is missing that a little bit these days, is all I'm going to say. Whereas How to Train Your Dragon really nailed that. especially in number two. I honestly, I think the villain in the second How to Train Your Dragon was terrifying. Like, he is a dictator. He is someone who's pushing these animals, or whatever you want to call a dragon. What do you want to call a dragon? Um, to do what he wants through fear, which is that's what a dictator does. And the scene the scene where he puts his boot on Toothless's neck, that was some real stuff. That was some real life. Like, that's not a metaphor for someone sticking their boot on your neck. That was a real life visual of it. And that was very intense to watch. When he actually took away their own choices and through mind control and made Toothless kill dad. I can't. I cried. I cried so much. I cried so much. When Stoic died for Hiccup. And again, another classic cartoon movie of the 80s and 90s using the parental death as the catalyst for something else. I mean, classic. It's classic 80s and 90s Disney, aka this gentleman. Toothless and Hiccup's relationship was, I think the reason why everyone connects to these films so much is that this represents, it represents the connection that we have with our pets or animals of any kind that you look after and spend your life with. Especially in the first one, a couple of people I spoke to said that, like, the dragons give off dog energy. To me, they give off cat energy. What are you talking about? Like, the dragons aren't following you wherever you want to go. Like, dogs are your best friend. They, like, man's best friend, get it? Follow you anywhere. But cats have that energy once you've convinced them. They are very standoffish, and they're standoffish until you convince them. They're very aloof. And that is the vibe the dragons were giving me in the first one. In the second one, not as much, but definitely in the first one. Toothless, when he first meets Hiccup, and they're both kind of trying to figure each other out. But when Toothless was, like, jumping each way and every way, that's my kitten. That's Poet in a nutshell. That's doing zoomies around the house, but also, like, if I'm over here and I don't move, you can't see me. Like, kitten energy. Kitten energy. And I think that's why I loved it so much. And then you add the How to Train Your Dragon music in there, which I was kind of disappointed wasn't in the second one as much, because that whoever wrote that piece of music, that emotes, that creates, like, makes you feel all the emotions. Like, it makes you feel joy and hopeful and, like, and any, like, I can't think of other emotions right now, but, like, those are the two that, like, the hopefulness and the joy that music emotes from you, like, is wild. It's just amazing what music can do. I love watching those videos where they put different types of music over like more serious scenes, and you're like, it's crazy how much a piece of music can make you feel what the director wants you to feel. The director of these films, they obviously choose the music that goes over certain scenes, and that is, like, it's crazy how much music can make you feel. And that's why music is so special. It's so special. There's music for every single season of life. It's how I feel about the Taylor Swift albums. Everyone will ask, like, what's your favorite Taylor Swift album? No, there's 11 of them, and they all have a different I listen to them all at different times. Folklore, Evermore, more like chill mornings, need to be calm, feeling anxious, put those on. Want to be like cleaning, dancing around the house, 1989. Want to like feel my soul crushed, Red, Torture Poets Department. Like it's music is created to make you feel a certain emotion, and you add that on to a well-directed scene or like animation. The difference is crazy. And that's what I love about cinema. It's very special. I think I've yapped enough about this. As you can tell, I loved it. I probably could talk for a while. I really want to get a Toothless, um, like pop vinyl for my house. If I can find one, I know they're out there, and I know probably more stuff will have been released because of the live action. So I'm excited to watch the live action now. I'm excited to watch number 3, and I will try to keep you guys posted. But let's wrap it up there today because I've yapped on long enough. If you like this video, actually, I love a dragon storyline, as you can tell. Khaleesi, Fourth Wing, How to Train Your Dragon. If anyone has any suggestions for good storyline dragon content, books, movies, TV shows, please comment them down below because I would love to know. I would love more recommendations. If you also love How to Train Your Dragon or have your own thoughts, please comment below because I would love to know your thoughts. And that's about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content and hit the little bell so you get notifications when there's a new video. But otherwise, I'm going to see you next time on The Creative Spark. And I hope you have a lovely week.